Hey, welcome to this Pixelmator tutorial. In this Pixelmator tutorial, I'm going to show you how to correctly use the eyedropper tool. It's a great tool, highly underused, and it's excellent if you want to recreate a colour and use it as a background, use it on some text, fill for text, whatever it is, but you will be able to do that within Pixelmator. If you really want me to at a later date, I can go ahead and recreate this sort of whole scenery thing here, but I've just used this and I'm doing this sort of off the cuff, if you like, because I've just watched this trailer and I liked this background colour here. I thought it was fantastic, so I thought I'm going to show everybody how to recreate that background colour. We can do that with the eyedropper tool within Pixelmator. So I'm in Pixelmator now. I've just made a new document. The properties are 1920 by 1080, so it's nice and big, and it would be sort of a good HD size or desktop background size, whatever you want to use it for. So, but I am going to command minus so I can see my canvas a little bit better. I've just dragged and dropped this screen grab into Pixelmator so I can see how close I actually get, and we're going to need it to select our colours as well. So there's a few tools that we're going to need, which is firstly our tools, which is command 1 on our keyboard, hides and shows our tools. Command 5, which is our gradients, we need our gradients. And also shift command C for our colours, so we'll also need our colours. Now, in order to recreate this background, might sound quite simple, recreate this background, I'm going to make it, and I want to save this background, so I'm going to keep the gradient. Just select one of your colours, one of your gradient colours. All it's done is filled that image with the colour for me. So I'm going to select my background layer first, and then I'm going to select one of my background colours. Now I'm going to select one with a few colours, so I can show you how to remove colour stops if you don't already know how to do that. Now for this, we're clearly going to need let's say 3 colour stops, just to give ourselves that nice gradient that fades out into the dark colour. So 3 colour stops, so let's get rid of everything other than 3. Select a gradient from your gradients tab, and then just drag the colours stops off, leaving only 3. Don't worry about these separators for now. We don't need to concern ourselves too much with those. So let's get our colours. So we're going to need our colour swatch right here, and then I'm going to use this web colour, this hashtag here, that's our web colours. Now we're going to get a web code. It always displays a web code, a web colour code for you, and the way to get the ones from this so we can replicate them, we're going to need it for our first colour swatch. We're going to go to this eyedropper tool right here, and then I'm going to get this little aperture, this little preview window, and put it somewhere in the middle of our Marvel preview, and I'm going to left click, and this will give me a code. It will generate a code right here in the colours. In this code, I'm going to press Command and X on my keyboard to cut that code. I'm then going to go to my gradients, and I'm going to left click my first gradient colour stop. I'm going to highlight the colour code that it's given me there, and I'm going to press Command V to paste in my own colour code. So now, I can't just go and select my eyedropper tool like so, like you think you would be able to, and left click here and it will give me a different colour. I think this is a bit something wrong with this part, so maybe Pixelmator team, I will tweet you in this. You might want to have a look at this. I don't know if anybody's reported this, but you can't go and then select. What I have to do is select another tool, it doesn't matter what tool, select another tool, and then go and select my eyedropper tool again to make it active. So I want to go somewhere sort of fading out towards the edge of the gradient and left click. If it gives me the same code, move out a little bit further. So now I've got a different code. So I'm going to want to highlight this code, press Command X on my keyboard, select the colour stop that you want to paste it to. The web colour code will already be highlighted right here. Command V to paste my own colour code. Now, it might be a case that we only need 2 colour stops for this, but at the moment I'm just going to try with 3. So I'm going to use this. Remember, I go back to another tool within my tools, then go to my eyedropper tool, and then select the very far corner like so, within my window and left click, and it will generate a code for me. Cut this web code, highlight the color stop, Command V over the web code, and then that gives us this this gradient that we've got right now. Now, if I look at my separators right here, my gradient separators, I will see that my first color was in the middle, my second color was somewhere down here, so I'm going to need to drag this slider down a little bit more, just so the color comes a bit further out down here, like so. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my gradients tab, highlight my background layer, my gradients tab. Now I'm just going to turn this Marvel off for a second. Change my gradient type from linear to radial, because you saw that it was a radial gradient type. Select somewhere in the center. Select somewhere in the center, and then drag my gradient out like so. And if I turn this Marvel back on, you will see that I have, without messing about or making any changes, I've pretty much replicated that background layer. Now, as I said, I can make the rest of this scene if need be. If anybody wants to know how to do it, you know, with this lens flare and all that, all the blur around here, we can do that quite easily. But for now, that's the eyedropper tool, and it can be applied anywhere, and it's a really fantastic tool that I think is highly underused. You've got that little idiosyncrasy that you can't select, you know, the web-based tools without selecting another tool first. But hopefully the Pixelmator team will sort that out. And yeah, that's me. Have a great day, and I'll catch you later.